The bearing.
There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Shonen Speak Easy podcast. I'm your host, LQ.
This is Big Chill, aka Landon. You know what it is.
This is Claude. What's up, y'all?
At some point, we're going to close that gap, and we have a very special with us today. I never know who to go next, which makes me laugh all the time.
And Landon always goes second. It's the same.
Hey, if you need to go second, Claude, just so we can close the gap, I don't care.
Nah. It's making LQ uncomfortable, not me.
Honestly, if we go by the way that I title it every time that I post it on Spotify, it should be Claude, then it should be Landon, then it should be me. But I always start the recording, so I just always default to myself.
Okay, we can try it next time.
Don't be putting that pressure on me, bro.
Today
I'll just feed you some lines, bro. It's all good.
Please do. Today we have a very special guest with us today. A friend of mine that I have known for quite some time and has been making some big moves in the world. Someone I am quite proud of. It is my good friend Jenna.
Hey.
Yeah. Now, I know this is going to sound stupid because I've known you for a while. It is Capitan, right? The last name?
It sure is.
Okay, see, I was going to do that part as part of the introduction.
People are always scared to do the last name. I'm like, look, Capitan. It's cool.
Because at first I had like all these stupid nicknames. And then I was just like, nah, I'm going to save one of those for the memory.
There you go.
But yeah, so I just want to say, introduce yourself and what you do. We'll go through we'll give you like the spotlight later on, but just give them a brief overview of who you are.
Sure. So I am a solo esthetician located in Dallas, Texas. I have my own. Okay, represent. I run my own solo esthetician space. So a lot of people don't know what an esthetician is. In Texas, we can do a lot. I personally do a lot of facial treatments. I do full body waxing. I do brow services, but most importantly, I like to serve my LBGTQ community. So my main clientele are my queer clients. I love working with trans clients. I just added in some really awesome services to actually help trans clients with top surgery scarring. So that's kind of where my avenue is taking me currently.
Oh, snap. See, the thing is, I researched this and still didn't know part of these things.
Hey,
hey,
bro,
I'm just like, not only do I know her, not only do I know what an esthetician is, I knew half this stuff, and then she like hit me with a curveball, and I was like, oh, well, goddamn.
Oh shit.
All right, so now we're going to transition ourselves into some icebreakers. I have a lightning round of questions for you to just answer as quickly as you can. If there's any that you want to skip, you can say pass. I just say don't pass because they're pretty fun.
All right, hit me.
All right. Question number 1, texting or talking?
Texting.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
Number 2, do you like anime?
I'm kind of in the middle. I used to be obsessed with Death Note when it originally dropped. Oh my god, that storyline, baby. Yes.
You're speaking.
But I haven't. Yes, he says, speaking my language. But I haven't watched anything new. I'm kind of boring. I enjoy watching long form YouTube content.
Yo, that's all of us.
Go.
Yay, my people.
For everyone else in the world that likes watching long form YouTube content, we are also on the Shonen Speak Easy podcast is also on YouTube as well. We don't have video yet because we want to make sure everybody's camera doesn't look like it's from a potato. So we'll get to that soon though. All right. What is a nickname your parents called you?
They just did actually my mom calls me Sunshine.
Aw, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
How good of a driver are you on?
Wait,
what?
It's really nice. I got called Big Head.
No. Oh yeah.
I
mean, my childhood nickname was Stank. Nothing is worse. Nothing gets worse.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
then
Damn.
they were like, it's passed down. And I was like, oh, is it passed down from my dad? And they're like, no, it's your uncle. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
Oh, bro. I take it back, bro. That's way
Stank-
worse.
stank
Exactly.
pretty bad.
Scale of 1 to 10. How good of a driver are you?
I'm gonna say an 8. I am a fantastic driver. I can't parallel park because I haven't parallel parked in 7 years because I was driving a hoopty with no power steering. But
That is hilarious.
your girl just got a new car, so
Yo, I
she's
saw.
relearning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I need to get a new car. Your car bigger than mine, and I'm bigger than you. That don't mean no goddamn.
Okay, yeah. It's got. If I'm ever homeless, I'm gonna be living in my SUV.
Yeah, SUVs are
I
goated,
fucks
man.
with it.
You need to get you an SUV, LQ.
Bro, I'm working on it. I'm working on it so much.
It'll
All right.
come.
Hell yeah. Favorite fast food?
Woo! Oh man, I'm a Wendy's girl.
Let's go. That's not my number one, but it's pretty close up there.
Underrated. There's
It
never
is.
a line.
It is
Oh my
underrated.
god.
I
Only
literally
thing
just
that-
had it today too. That's a crazy point.
Bro, I'm telling you. The only thing that sucks is when they announced that little price surge thing. Yeah, they fucked me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
Yeah, but hell no. You keep my baconator right at the price that it is.
Exactly. Give me my
unless they
baked
wanna
potato.
lower it. Unless they
Exactly.
wanna lower
All right, on the flip side, worst fast food spot.
There's so many. Arby's probably.
See,
Oh,
I
God.
can't
God,
get
that
with
existed.
Arby's.
it. Hey,
I can't get with Arby's being the
isn't too
worst.
bad, man.
It's
I mean-
not.
And give it being the worst?
Yeah.
It's not the
Yeah.
worst.
It's debatable.
Well, we had
I
in
mean,
season 1, we talked about my worst, and I went on for it a long time, but I will make it short. It's Subway.
I worked at Subway for 3 years.
Hey, so you should know the truth.
Sure do. I sure do.
Hey, you sure you want that sandwich?
Subway is
that
great.
bread
when you
is plastic, man.
Nah,
When
you
you want
nice.
a bland,
everything
tasteless
smells like the
sandwich.
goddamn bread.
Mhm.
I
So
haven't been there in
bad.
a good minute, so hey, hearing that, yeah, I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah,
Oh,
stay
man.
far away. Ain't no footlong $5 anymore either, so they can shove it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
That's
heard that in a
bullshit.
while.
At least be cheap if you're not gonna be good. You can't be expensive and bad at the same time.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways.
Exactly. I mean, at your place you can.
It's true. This is true.
Shout
I
out
was
to the
about to say,
LBGTQ
if you didn't
community.
say it, I was gonna say it.
But let's see. I'm dwindling down to the last ones. Favorite and least favorite music.
Oh, fate. You got me. My music taste is all over the place.
It is.
Man.
That's why I asked music and not artist.
This is so hard. To my core, I am really like a 2000s pop music girly. That's what I was raised on, early 90s baby. But least favorite, I mean, country. But fully.
Yeah, I think that might be unanimous right there.
And country is almost unanimous only because it's my second least favorite. My least favorite is I always like anytime I bring it up, people's like, I don't think that's real. Industrial sound. Industrial sound is the worst genre.
Nah. I was about to say we cannot count those niche genres because I can say like there's one where it's like just screaming like nails on chalk. So it's a genre of nails on chalk.
Yeah,
I can't count that.
Well, y'all want to throw yodeling into the ring?
No, but now we can go on and on.
That's sub country, bro. That's a sub of country. I can't. That's part of country to me, dog.
All right, fine.
It's just like
All
battle
right.
rap is a part of rap.
Unless you want to call industrial music New York hip hop.
Bro, don't even. I can't. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. What fan base we have, I want to keep it intact for right now. All right, last one, and this one will be a round table one. What is? Well, no, actually, before that, because that one is a good one. What is your favorite college memory? Everyone can answer this one too.
Oh man, my favorite college memory. I mean, there's so many moments I don't remember, so it's oh man. Honestly, I one of the ones that really stick out the most is when there was one night at our mutual friend Crystal's house.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, our friend Carolina. Our friend Crystal used to work at a liquor store, so she would bring home tons of goodies.
Mm-hmm.
And we were pretty much just trash cans at this point, so we would drink whatever. And I saw a nice little bottle that had a worm in it. And Carolina and I decided to split that worm. And I will say, going in, super fun. The next day, not so fun.
Hell no.
But I remember that night like it happened yesterday.
Was it in a yellow bottle?
I feel like it was like a yellowy clear kind of something.
Oh, that's nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta remember I met Crystal by working with her, so that I remember that. I remember that exact bottle. Y'all crazy as fuck. I would have never touched that.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. The times have changed, I will say.
All right, Landon, what's your favorite would that say favorite college memory?
I think you said memorable. I don't know.
Oh yeah, what's your most memorable college moment?
I know I have a few. I'm gonna keep it PG though.
Or what?
Well, I mean, because I can always bring up one that you was also part of. We went back-to-back nights at the casino.
Oh my God. Please, that's one of my favorite stories to tell about you, but I'm gonna let you have it moment.
Like first night feeling good, up money. Of course, being a broke college student, he was like, oh, I haven't had this much money in, a few months or whatever. Then, of course, getting greedy and going back the next night and losing it all on blackjack. Oh, man, that shit hurt.
You got to play his card.
Oh, that shit hurt. That shit hurt so much, bro.
It was so funny. All right, I'm ready to play. You got to play his card? What? A player's card. You got one? No. Blackjack. Oh, fuck. That was how short the interaction was.
Yeah, like it was literally less than a minute, all my money gone. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
It was hilarious.
I was quiet. Didn't even want to bet anymore. I was like, when y'all ready to go, hey, I'm ready, man.
And my dumb ass was playing Pokemon Go throughout the casino. That's all I did because I don't gamble.
I was depressed, man. Jeez.
Claude, what's your miserable moment?
I was talking about
well, you said miserable, so actually I have a good
memorable or miserable. You can go for either one.
It was clearly miserable, but it was memorable for me.
Right.
I was about to say one of the most memorable, like there's all like the non-PG stuff. That's all cool and all, but the most memorable one is this one that sticks out that was miserable. It's a Halloween night. I was coming back from a party. It's not drunk driving. It's tipsy driving. But on the way home, either way to the dorm, I drove a F-150 pickup back then. So it was raining pretty bad that Halloween night. It was like flooding horrendously, actually. Like a lot of the streets were covered in water. I had already went through like 2 or 3 feet of water on the way back to the dorm. And I was like, okay, I can't make it back home. I got to stay at my then girlfriend's dorm. So I'm in the car and we're just like, yeah, we can't leave because it's a commuter school. So a lot of people didn't stay on campus. But she had a dorm. We stayed there. I'll never forget though. I walked out the car. I waded through water that was up to my waist. And I was like, this sucks fucking ass. Then I looked to this left and I saw this chick. She made direct eye contact with me, saw me wading through water right outside the parking lot. She looked at me. I was like, one, this bitch is drunk. She's in the car. She looked at me, looked for it, and said, yeah. Drove her Honda Civic dead ass into that river water.
Oh no.
I was like, that is the funniest and dumbest thing I've ever seen. She literally made eye contact and saw me. And then we felt bad for her because she was also drunk and freaking out in the car. And I'm like, I don't want to have a casualty on my parking lot. So then we took her out the car. Yeah, bro. We went out there. Her car was floating, so we got to the car. We opened the door. And we're like, "Yo, you gotta leave. This thing is fucked." And she's
Yeah.
like freaking out. And me and some other dude like literally pushed her car like a boat into the parking lot. And
Oh
she's like, "Please save
hell
my
no!
car." And I was like, "Oh, I feel so guilty. I guess we
That's
should, but like, bitch, this thing is done."
Hell no!
And I'll never
Hell
forget
no!
that. I've never seen someone just total their car so as an affront to God.
I hope she's having a good day wherever she is.
Yeah, she needs it.
Oh, nah, for real.
She was so upset.
She
I
probably
was
on a
good.
bike now.
I mean, I was like, you know what? You
Might
try to
be
drunk
worse. She
drive
might be afraid
anyway.
of water now too.
Nah, for real. She
Actually,
might be
probably.
afraid of water.
No, legit. She definitely don't drive on rainy days anymore.
Oh, PTSD.
Right?
I understand.
I will save the other moment for part of Jenna's relating Jenna to how I know Jenna. But one of my most memorable moments from college was actually the parties that we would throw. And there was one that we threw after Landon had moved out.
Oh my God.
I know this was after you moved out, unfortunately. And
Okay.
when Braden pretty much took over living in your room,
Oh,
we
is
threw
that
a
the
party.
time you passed out or whatever?
Oh God! Oh, I forgot about that one. So no, unfortunately, that's not the one.
Okay.
There was there was a party that we threw, and it was like pretty full, like to capacity, but it was like cool. Like it was a fairly calm party. So there were people like on the volleyball court and at the pool, and
Yeah.
I was like, it's getting wild out here. I was like, yo, I need to, like, everything was starting to calm down. So I was like, yo, Braden, you should walk with me to the mailbox. And he was like, what? He was like, you're a grown man, man. You all right? I'm going to stay up here. I was like, nah, man, you should come walk with me to the mailbox. And like, he was like, all right, I guess. Now, initially I said that so we could go look at women that are going to be at the pool. Because I always wanted to be Braden's wingman, no matter what. I was like, nah, I got him. Whoever we run into, we'll be good. So there were a few people that were still upstairs that were like kind of drunk, and I was like, hey, just stay up here. Like, y'all are good. Now I may have actually mixed part of that with the party that you were in, Landon, because that shit was funny too. But we go to the pool, and I was just being nice, and I opened up the door for this dude. And as soon as I opened up the door, I was like, open up the little gate. And he was like, fuck you, bitch. And I see a fist go clean across my face. And he punches the dude that is standing right behind me, like decks the shit out of him. Knocks him like 3 feet back. There is a full-blown fight outside this pool. And I was just like, damn, like all the little ass shaking and stuff that was going on, all this shit got to stop because now it's a fight. So I try to play it cool. I just walk to the mailbox. We go get the mail, and Braden's like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, I have no fucking clue. I was like, I just know one thing. And he was like, what's that? I was like, if that big motherfucker loses, he's gonna start shooting. So he puts the other dude in a headlock, and I was like, oh, thank God. Big dude ain't gonna lose. Big dude slips into like, they're all the way at the volleyball court now. Big dude slips, lets go of his grip. Doop, 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 doop. He gets hit 4 times. I was like, let's run upstairs. We run upstairs, and all I hear is, I got something for you, motherfucker. I was like, oh no.
Yep, get on out.
Everybody runs. Dude goes to his car. And then people all scatter. It's like still people from my party too. And one dude was like, I ain't with no, he was something. He was mad that this guy was talking to a girl that he wasn't even with. He was like, nah, I ain't with the bullshit. I'm going downstairs. I'm about to leave. And I was like, hey man, you might not want to go down there. Tensions are high. Somebody might hurt you. We go upstairs. We didn't hear gunshots. So I was like, oh shit, they must have fought again. We walk back outside. The dude I told to stay upstairs is getting jumped. I don't know any he is getting stopped out by like 4 people. And there's this like moment where I'm walking one of the girls like back to their apartment. There's this moment where he looks up at me and like we make eye contact, and I just said, he should have stayed upstairs, bro. He should have get stomped down. And that was one of my most memorable moments in college.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah. But
That's funny as fuck.
it was funny as hell. All he had to do was stay upstairs, get the girl's number. He could probably go home and get some. No, you wanted to go get stumped out by a bunch of dudes. Like, if that's your kink, I'm not gonna shame you. But goddamn. Now, my second memory is actually with Jenna, who is such an awesome person. Jenna has, if you've ever seen Jenna, Jenna has these incredible blue jean shorts.
Woo, baby.
I was gonna nickname it, like I was gonna have you like the coochie cutter queen as part of your intro. But I was like, I don't even know if she still wear that shit no more. Like, I can't just be saying it.
You bet your bottoms I do, baby.
Speaking of bottoms, we were all about to go to the bars. Like, we were about to go to, well, not the square. What the fuck did we call it? The strip, basically. We're right by UNT.
The triangle.
Yes, the triangle. So we were getting ready to leave. Everybody's dressed up. I'm just standing around because I didn't really drink that much at the time because I worked with a bunch of alcoholics. And Jenna went outside and I was just like, yo, everything all right? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what you about to do? And she was like, I'm about to glitter my butt. And I was like, what? And she was like, I'm about to glitter my butt. And then she just put all the glitter on the porch and just jumped, sat down on it. And I was like, yo, what is going on here? She was like, does it look good? I was like, I'm not about to, hell yeah, it look good. And I was like, all right, let me calm down. We all go and like, we split off because y'all loves Rip Rocks and I just didn't fucking like Rip Rocks. So
I hate it now. I'll say that.
Of course. As you should. But we went all around a few times and I also was doing Lyft at the time. So whenever everybody else got drunk, I was pretty much designated driver, which is why I have no idea that Jenna is an 8 out of 10 for driving. I have never seen this woman drive. So
you're like, does she even have a license?
Right. So we all get ready to leave. You, Carolina, Crystal, all hop in the car. Jeremy gets in the front. You, Carolina, and Crystal get in the back. We all go to the house. And then, like, I turn on all the lights, just to make sure nobody threw up in the car. And all I see is the backseat shining. And I'm like, what in the fuck happened? I look, and it's glitter all over the backseat. And it's like a ass print in the middle of the seat. And I was like, how am I going to explain this to my girlfriend? And I was like, I'll just vacuum it out. No big deal. That glitter stayed in my car for 7 whole months. I couldn't get that shit out of the car for nothing. I was like, well, at least I got something nice to remember Jenna by.
Okay, people are gonna remember me forever.
Right. So like when I pick up older people and lifts and stuff, they're like, did you drive around a stripper? I'm like, no. First of all, drive around and have fun with it. 2 different things. But 2, not that type of fun.
Okay.
I was like, don't be so judgmental. But yeah, that was one of my favorite moments with Jenna. Jenna is absolutely fun to hang out with.
I will say I've toned it down on the glitter wearing. However, the coochie cutters are still out and about.
That's what I'm talking about. If we had the clap sound effect, I would clap it up for that. We deserve it. You deserve to do what you want.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got the amen sound effect. There we go. That'll work. I forgot that.
That'll definitely work.
All right, so I actually have a topic that I wanted to bring to discuss because Jenna is here, and I think it would be a great opportunity. I'm not sure if you heard about this, but last month in Memphis, there was a child put in Child Protective Services because her parent and also esthetician allowed her daughter to give to give 24 clients waxes.
Yeah.
27.
27, even worse.
Yes.
I kept seeing 24 and roll with it. I didn't want to count any higher than that.
Oh yeah. I saw the ocular proof as well. Did you?
Oh no, I did not.
She posted photos of her child waxing these women's hoo-has.
I don't.
Man, I remember.
Wow.
I remember that video popped up. I watched 2 seconds and I was like, "There's no way this is not AI."
Bro.
You wish.
But then turned out it wasn't, and I was like, "What the fuck, bro? What are we doing?"
Yeah, I don't know if she's still in.
I think
I don't
they
know if
shut
they.
her down.
Oh, absolutely. Well, they took
yeah.
her ass to jail, but I don't know if she's still in.
Yes.
I don't know if she posted bond or what's going on that
That was
front.
the tough part. I couldn't find that information to save my life because I was like, well, this is already good enough on its own to just talk about.
Also,
So,
the people who allowed her to do it, they need to be questioned.
Well, I think this woman was running her own business, a solo salon that similar like I do. You work for yourself, you have your own space, you rent out of wherever, but that is legal in your state. It's different everywhere, all the rules for it. But I guess man, I wish I had her post saved or something, screenshotted on my phone, but she had literally posted online, like, so proud of her daughter. Like, I think the intention was good of like trying to show her work ethic and how to work for herself and make money, yada yada. But you don't need to be waxing vaginas, if you're under 18. Like, you can have her come in and have her observe while you're waxing a client's underarm, an eyebrow, maybe.
We're doing their back. Like,
Yeah,
so many
or
other
just,
body parts.
like have her there while you're running your numbers, doing your inventory. There's so many other ways to integrate a child into your business that aren't, I would say, sexual assault.
Right. Yeah.
But I feel like that's such a touchy subject for people. Some people, I don't know. I saw a slew of estheticians online going back and forth on this topic. However, I think the people that were against it were probably people that weren't licensed in their state. So at least that's what I was seeing with my digging. But I don't know. You just shouldn't be exposing your child to doing something like that. Like, obviously, as a consenting adult that knows everything about these body parts, who went to school for this, who is taking training on doing this, like, obviously, this is not a sexual assault, as I'm helping my clients get what they paid for. But if you're making your child do this, who doesn't know any better, who really doesn't have, like, who knows if she even wanted to do this, or if her mom was like, here, little Susie, like, take the wax stick. I'm going to take some photos. Who knows,
Right.
I just,
it comes off as a very weird photo op. Yeah, it comes off as either a very weird photo op or it just comes off as blatantly what it is, child labor and sexual assault.
Yes, and I pray to whoever is out there, above, below, whatever energy is in this universe, that she maybe she was just clout chasing and did it the wrong way. And I really hope that, I hope that this little girl was not actually waxing 27 grown women's vaginas. But obviously,
that's a lot of business in one day too.
Yeah. So that's another thing. It's like, there's no way that I don't even wax that many clients in one day. So who's to say this was spread out over multiple days, over, if she was lying? There's so many, we weren't there,
Yeah.
I'm not giving this woman any, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like help her out of jail, because number one, like, even if it is fake, don't be posting that shit online, period.
Exactly.
Like, it's just disgusting behavior.
And sometimes idiots got to learn the hard way. So if it is clout chasing, it's like, being in the slammer for a little while ain't so bad.
Yeah, maybe that'll teach you and your friends, whoever, like, no, this is not what to do.
Right. So for people that don't know about how many appointments that a esthetician will usually have in a day, can you give them like a ballpark number of like an average?
For me, I definitely can. I will say it's different for everybody. If you were to work in a corporate environment, a la European Wax Center, Waxing the City, De Pill Brazil, those types of corporate chains, their fastest waxers will do a Brazilian wax in 7 minutes. So Yeah, so if you're working an 8-hour shift, taking an hour lunch, you know, you do the math on that. I personally don't work like that.
Yeah.
I
And in this case, she
schedule.
isn't working like that either.
Okay.
Right.
I was about to say, look, little mama over there's got the fastest hands I ever did see, but I would say like if I'm fully back to back Brazilians for me on a day, I would maybe take 10. I just prefer to schedule out 30 to 45 minutes per client. Now that also depends on, is it a first timer? Are they pregnant? Are they a harder wax client to have? Is their pain level different? Like I have some clients that come every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. They've been getting waxed for years. They take 10 minutes in and out the door, you know? However, some people that may have thicker, more coarse hair, maybe their pain tolerance isn't as great. They'll take longer because I just don't. I want to make my clients feel as comfortable as possible. And I want them to know that in my space, like this is their service and I'm just providing it. They're able to let me know if it's too much for them at once, if they need a break, if they need a breather, you know, if they need a sip of water or something. Like I want them to know this is an okay space to do those things. I don't want people to be terrified of getting waxed. I feel like there's such a stigma around waxers and getting Brazilians and oh my god, getting your pubes ripped out is the most painful fucking thing on the planet. It really isn't. If you have the right service provider that is using the correct products and tools for the client, it shouldn't be an excruciating painful experience. Is it gonna hurt? Absolutely. But should that make you never want to come back? No, you know. I'm not going to slap some hot ass wax on someone's genitalia in 7 minutes and rip it off and be like, all right, peace. I like to have conversations with my clients. I like to get to know them. I don't know, solo practitioners are so different across the board. Some of them are they won't talk about their own personal lives. They'll just, you know, keep the conversation on the client. Meanwhile, like I said, I'm an open book. I want my space to feel like my clients are coming in to their best friend's house. They come in, they throw their shit down, they hop on my table and they spill the tea. Like it's a very mutual symbiotic relationship in that way. Like they will unload their problems on me. I'll unload my problems on them. It's a very easygoing environment. And I take utmost pride in that. So that's also why I keep my wax, at least my Brazilian waxes, scheduled out for maybe a longer period of time than, you know, a corporate place would. I'm not trying to do a chop shop job, you know. My clients are my bread and butter. They're the backbone of my business. So I want it to be all about them.
That's what I'm talking about, Jenna. Talk your shit.
Okay.
So in other words, this little 5-year-old was putting up some fucking Steph Curry numbers.
Yeah, she said, you don't matter, rip here, rip there. Hope I didn't rip your labia off, you know?
Can't even spell it.
Yeah.
Literally.
I don't think she had a lot of experience.
That's what I'm saying. I'm really hoping these numbers were made up. I don't know. Apparently they did an investigation. You know, they threw the mama in jail. Like I said, we don't know if she's still there or not, but yeah. I hope she learned something.
Same.
I have one question about all of that.
Yeah, she's just not going to film it.
You don't have to be quick, man. There's all three of us.
Well, I just got, you know, I obviously have never gotten a Brazilian wax. I don't know how the process looks or works.
Sure.
I'm just ignorant. But if you're one of the women, can you see the 5-year-old about to get ready to give you the wax? Like, what do you do? I mean, if you see that, I'd be like,
That's another thing. Like, you know that there was a child there. There's no way that, you know, 20-something adults were okay with that. There's no way, right? At least I'd like to think so.
I'd like to think so too. So I just thought that's
how it
crazy.
is now.
I will say, like, you would absolutely know, unless she's throwing some sun and tanning goggles on her clients while they're getting waxed or knocking them out with an Ambien. I mean, you should know that a child is working downstairs.
Like the only way I could see that they did was literally that she like switched places with her and then switched back. I don't know. Some Mary Poppins level shit. I don't know.
He just walking there like, damn, that girl tall. Like that's gonna be like the tallest 5-year-old ever. He's walking there, be like, "Oh, okay, you must be a little person. You know, I support the little people community."
Yeah.
Hey, as long as she doesn't talk, might be able to get away with that.
Nah, for real.
That's just man. So that was okay. So you can see. So that was the other part that was just not lining up to me. I was like, how? Because I would have stopped that. I mean, I feel like most people probably would have stopped that. They're like,
right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, who knows?
Question, why are you not doing this?
Right. Memphis is a different world, bro. Because there's no way that 27 people were just like, "Oh, it's all right, baby. You go ahead and get down there and do what you got to do."
Yeah, no, thank you.
And to Memphis, it is a little crazy.
It is. There's other ways to get child labor. Look at Nike.
Oh Lord.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Dang, bro.
Please, we don't need them to sue us, please.
Allegedly my ass. Let us get the clout and then get the lawsuit.
Nah, I'm with it. I'm with it, bro. I'm wearing New Balances now, baby. Fuck it.
Right.
Keep it going.
Hey, Nike, if you want to sue, it is LQ and Claude, okay?
Ain't even my real name. That works. Moving on. With my goddamn government.
Quintric, okay? Is that better?
Dude, get that dumb shit off the internet. These darn clout chasers.
So I'm Claude AI. You can find me as a robot.
Bro, for real. Part 3 just came out for him. I got that email and that shit cracked me up. I was like, what the fuck did I sign up for? Claude 3 is now available for testing. I was like, what the fuck? Claude been here his whole life. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. So, Landon, Claude, y'all have a specific topic I want to touch on? I kind of got on mine for the most part. I wanted to make sure that we had one where I could get some solid input from Jenna before giving her platform to talk her shit some more.
Yeah, I'm gonna seeing as Women's Month, I'm gonna now mansplain the entire thing and just talk about my opinion on it.
That's it. I'm done here.
Or okay, seeing as we have a great guest here, I just want to know, I know a little bit about. I've seen a few YouTube videos about estheticians and people starting their own practice, like in the States, namely on a couple of YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
And those are like finance-oriented videos. But my thing is like, do you think this is something that you see any men in, or do you think this is like something that you maybe had a barrier to entry as a woman? Or if not, also just in general, how hard is it to start a business in general as a woman? I don't know.
Got a multifaceted question.
I was about to say you put a full drum on that question, bro. That shit loaded as hell.
Yeah, locked and loaded, and I am ready.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so honestly, I would say for an aesthetics career, this is actually, I would say, one of the few jobs where it's, I would say, more woman-centered, like for providers. And I feel like there are now in the, what year are we in, 2024, it's becoming a lot more common to see male estheticians come up. However, I find that at least most of the ones that I know personally, they are under the queer umbrella. Not saying that there cannot be heterosexual males that are estheticians. I'm sure there's plenty out there. Hey, but I just find that with this career, it's definitely I don't even want to throw a percentage out there because I don't know, but I would say most providers are women, whether they be straight or under the queer umbrella. As to why that is, great question. But as far as having your own business, it's hard as fuck, dude. This is not having a business at all, any kind of business is not for the weak of heart. I consider myself as one of the lucky few, whereas I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I live under, it's just me and my roof. You know, I live by myself. I pay my own bills. I'm not caring for other people. So if I fall back on something, if I don't make as many dollars this month as I need to, I'm not seeing any kind of struggle in a family sense. Like, it's just kind of me, myself, and I. But that also helps because I'm able to put way more hours and energy into my business. My business is my baby. My business is everything. But I've definitely had plenty of trials and tribulations building it up. In November, it'll be my 3rd year of having my own space. And okay. And apparently the average lifespan of a solo esthetician is 3 years. So it's kind of like a make or break moment. And luckily I have a lot of cogs turning at the moment, and a lot of things are kind of starting to really shoot off for me, which is great. It's like kind of seeing all the seeds that I planted kind of coming to fruition now. So that's really rad. But I mean, you kind of have to tell yourself, like, there is no plan B. You have to make your dream work, and not everyone's cut out for it. And that's okay. But you just have to realize, like, I feel like a lot of people will go into their own business and then be like, oh, I just want to do the service portion. So say, like, I'm like, oh, I want to own my own business, but I only want to be in the treatment room. Okay, well, you do know you have to wear multiple other hats. Starting off, if you're not coming from money, aka me, you have to do your own marketing, your own photos, you do everything. You do your emails, you answer the phone, you literally every single thing that you can think of, you do yourself. And it's fucking exhausting. It will break you down. Literally, having a business is the best, like, personal growth course there ever will be, because it will eat you alive. And if you don't want it bad enough, like, you're not going to see the fruits of your labor. But like I said, like, there is no plan B. I care. And I think another thing is, I'm not in this for monetary purposes. Yes, of course, I want to pay my bills with what I do, but I've always wanted to help people as kind of my goal. And once I found aesthetics, I was like, this is my calling. Absolutely. Like, I want to make people feel beautiful in their own right, feel comfortable, and feel safe in a space to do so. Because even for me, growing up as the weird kid, as the emo kid, the one covered in tattoos and piercings, and is just funny looking, me and the aesthetics world don't really jive. It's very blonde Barbies, kind of, everything is beige, like, you have to look a certain way, you're wearing scrubs every day. And I was like, fuck that. Like, I know for me, going to places like that growing up, I didn't feel comfortable or safe. I just felt, I don't know, just stiff, and like I didn't want to return. I felt like I had to live up to their standards of beauty. But I want to break those barriers for people and have them know that it's okay, number one, to be an esthetician where you don't look like everybody else, because you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Like, and that is A-okay. I don't know how I got here from how it's owning a business hard.
This is part of being on the podcast. And also, for people that don't know what Jenna looks like, don't get it twisted. Just because she said, she don't look like the traditional person, Jenna bad. So y'all don't get it. Y'all don't go out here being like, oh, she has tattoos and piercings. What the fuck she look like? She looks like an attractive woman. So y'all, y'all go see her.
Yeah, you can check the back pictures. I've been that
exactly. Go get your armpits waxed and then have somebody pretty to look at. Like, that's
okay.
But look, but don't touch. Y'all motherfuckers be weirdos sometimes. Just
Just tell her
just get your armpits waxed. Tell her she pretty and go home.
Yep.
Please.
Oh, that's the life. That is the life. Yeah, but honestly, owning your own business is hard. It's just you gotta. It all depends on, are you gonna make it work with what you have?
That's a really awesome breakdown. Also, it's really interesting to know, like, to see that you technically at this point in your career of owning the business, you're like on borrowed time because of what statistic data says. But you know, all of us can relate here because we're black. But
Okay.
but it is like it's interesting to see that, and I love the way that you've taken it, not as just like a sign of things that may come, but just knowing that it's a challenge, that's something that you can overcome, and you're working towards that. Because just seeing, you know, when you did the rebrand, I usually don't see almost anyone's content on my Facebook. I have like 1,400 friends. It's way too much stuff. That was like the top thing on my page for like 3 days.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
I was like, yo, I was like, the first thing I thought, I was like, damn, this looks really good. And like the way that the rollout was done, I hope I liked it. I'm almost certain I liked the post. Or something.
You better go back and check that shit.
Not for real. I was thinking about that right now. I was like, let me go back here and like it before I look like a dumbass. Because I sat here and
a fake friend.
Hey, you know your real friends are the ones that like say they're gonna support you, but they never do.
Oh, you're telling me.
Oh, you starting a business? That's dope. Don't forget about me when you get rich. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to help me. I'm gonna need you to help me get there.
Can I get it for free?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
somebody recently asked me to give them, like, to buy them and ship them some of my merch, and I was like,
oh hell no.
I was like, well, I was like, do you want me to buy it because you think I'm getting a big discount? Like, I don't do anything. Like, I have the logo. I tell them what colors and stuff to make it. They pay for everything, shipping included. So my discount is, you lucky that you getting this shit. So for everyone else, I'm just like, please, I'll give you a coupon code. Just go buy it.
Yeah,
but when they said that, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this once or twice. What would you like? I want one of those premium hoodies for $50 fucking. You think I got it like that? I still wake up every morning to go to my regular job. The fuck? Like, so yeah. I completely understand. And that's just me being a streamer. Like, people want free subs, free subscriptions and shit. They want to get waxed and be prettified for free? Nah, fuck that.
Oh yeah, they want it for free. They want it on a discount. My thing is, I have no problem doing a trade and barter service. Like, for example, my friend who does my hair, we trade services. I do her facials, she does my hair. There's like a mutual thing there. But if you have nothing to offer me, then it's your money. That just is. It is what it is.
It's universal trading.
It really is. You know, like if you have a skill, like I get me and my nail lady trade. You know, it just it is what it is.
I mean, when it comes to black-owned businesses, like I don't understand why people want to, lowball them anyway. I mean, because we already have it hard as is, and just seeing someone who, like my homegirl name is Anna, and she makes like dominoes and many other things from scratch, and and like my brother was trying to get a free domino set, and I'm like, bro, just because we know them don't mean that you got to get everything for free.
Exactly.
That's one concept I don't understand, just especially in the black community. Like, oh well, since I know you, you got me. No, that's not how
no.
I got
if anything, you would want to support them more.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like when she made me the domino set, she told me a certain amount. I doubled it. I said, "Fuck
yes,
it."
Yep.
Like I want to show that I'm supporting black-owned businesses because I mean, for the most part, I try at least once a week. I like type in on Google black-owned businesses, and I will actually go to the location and just get something. It may just be one person, but hey, it can go a long way. You never know.
I love that. You never know. Every dollar really does help. Like, you don't know someone's, financials. That could be the last $10 they needed to pay their phone bill that month,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think people get it twisted because I feel like whenever I worked at a chain restaurants or chains, and it's not my business, and it's usually a mega corporation. Yeah, I got you then. I'll give you some free.
yeah.
You get like a free drink or something. Like,
hell yeah!
worked
I'll
at
bring
a
you the
Chili's
paper towels
before.
from the back. You need some toilet paper. I'll bring you a
Yeah.
bag of cheese.
Right.
Fuck these people.
I'll
Yeah,
slide
fuck this
off.
place.
Yeah,
You know, like we get like
That's
we get
right
like,
to Walmart. All the
Yeah.
dude.
Walmart.
Yeah, when I worked at Subway, I would give my friends free shit all the time. I stole so much shit from them. So much shit from them.
Speaking of stealing Walmart trips.
No, for real
Okay.
though. I was public enemy number 1 at Walmart. I would get
Boy.
shit.
Damn.
And I remember there would be times I would walk out with Landon. And he'd be like, "When the fuck did you get that?"
Yeah, exactly. Me and my homies
Boy.
hate Walmart. Fuck Walmart.
Fuck
What we
Walmart. Big
did-
facts.
What we did is we also changed the barcodes around. I would pay something. What was it?
Oh
Something be like $50.
yeah.
I paid $5 for it.
Yeah,
Yo.
we would take stickers off of like school supplies and shit.
Yes.
Shirts and shit.
One of my homies does that at the thrift store, man.
Honestly though, like low key, fuck them too. They not doing
Yeah.
anything with the clothes except throwing away what isn't good, and then the stuff that
Yeah.
is good, they're not doing anything productive with it.
No.
Half the people don't even get the tax forms when they go donate their clothes.
Uh-uh.
People donating clothes is a tax write-off. Just in case you didn't know that, you can get
Yep.
money back for that.
I have used it multiple years.
It's a great tool too. Speaking of tools, what's your worst customer experience, Jenna?
Oh, Lord. Well, I will say, I don't know about worst, but this one really sticks out in my mind. Now, my first location, I was renting a room out of a salon suite. So this is basically like a big ass place that has like rooms inside of it that are meant for beauty professionals. So there's a bunch of hairstylists, nail people, whatever in here, right?
Mhm.
So I've got my room, 100 square feet, my little starter room. Love her. I started to get clients in the door. I listed my Brazilian waxing services on Groupon. So I got a lot of interesting characters in the door. And one day I was waiting on a client. She walks up to the door and I noticed that she has a man with her. Now, at this time in my career, I was only waxing vaginal genitalia. And granted, this room, like I said, 100 square feet. There is not a lot of room in here. And she walks in and she was like, "Hey, can my boyfriend come in?" Now, I had never had anyone ask this at this point. And so I was like, I looked at her, I said, "If you are comfortable with that, yes. If not, there's literally a bench in the hallway right behind you that he can sit on. This won't take long, whatever." She's like, "Oh, it's fine." So I say, "Okay, have a seat." I'm working on this client. I'm waxing her. I'm having conversations with her. She had been waxed before. She's kind of like, just texting on her phone, what have you. Now, while I'm working on this client, her boyfriend is trying to talk to me and ask me questions. So I'm already irritated with this man. And he asked me the question that will piss me off the most, which is, did stretching your earlobes hurt? Now, I have incredibly large stretched earlobes. Okay. So to some people, these are shocking to see, but I was just like, oh Lord, this man was also covered in tattoos from head to toe. So I was like, you already know what it is, my dude. Like,
Right.
you know the answer to this, but he's asking me all these weird ass questions. And I'm kind of just like, okay, I'm trying to talk to my client. Like, I ain't waxing you, dude. Shut the fuck up. So I wax everything. So for you guys to get a visual representation of this, okay? So as you're getting a Brazilian wax, you're just laying flat on your back and you have your legs kind of like in a butterfly position, right? So the crotch region is open for me to get to. So I finished waxing everything on the front, and then you also do the butt strip with the Brazilian. So for me, I have my client lift their knees kind of up and out, almost as if you were wiping a baby's bottom. Because I got to get in there. All right. You're paying for me to remove the hair. I'm going to remove the hair. So just to kind of give you, what I'm working with here, I she assumes the position. I turn around to load up another stick with wax. And as I turn around to lay that wax on her, her boyfriend has gotten up from the chair he was sitting in, stood next to his girlfriend, and was looking at her behind and looked at me and was like, "Oh, you're doing a good job." And I was like, "Sir, I need you to move the fuck out of the way. This is so uncomfortable." This man was eyeball to the back hole. I mean, this image will be burned into my brain for my life. It was so uncomfortable. He did not want to move. And I was like, is this kind of some kind of weird sex trafficking thing that's happening here? It was so odd that the two of them just did not look like they even dated, but she seemed so comfortable. She wasn't uncomfortable in the situation. If she was, I would have, not have done the service and reported it. She was totally comfortable with everything, but it was just so strange. And as I was removing every strip, he was just like, "Ooh, that looks like it hurts." And I'm like, "Okay, you fucking, I don't need any chirps from the peanut gallery. Like, shut the fuck up and stay in your corner. Like, let me do my job. Get your head out of your girlfriend's literal asshole so I can slap this wax on and rip it off and y'all can get the fuck out of here." Needless to say, they never came back to see me, which thank God. But it was just so uncomfortable. Oh my God, it was so uncomfortable. I also had a woman once, I was doing a facial on her and we were talking, she was in the middle of a sentence and then just fell asleep. And I'm talking like full on snoring, fell asleep. And I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm hella boring." Oh man, but those were like in the very like baby stages of my career, and it's just those two I will remember forever. Oh my God. But I don't allow any guests in the room anymore. I said that was a one and done situation. We're not doing no partners in the room. It's not happening.
I'm just glad it wasn't what I initially thought you were going to say, because I thought so much worse. I was like, please don't be beating me. Please don't be beating me.
I was really, thinking that too.
And I do gender neutral services, so I wax all parts now, and I have never had any kind of uncomfortable sexual situation happen in my room. But I make it very clear, like, don't fuck with me.
Right. Yo, I'm with it. I'm glad you set that boundary early. But also,
you have to.
Not for real, you really do. But also for all the women out there, this is why you should be careful when you have intimate moments. Mm-hmm. Who you tell, who you bother telling that your pussy is theirs, because that man there. She told him one too many times, and he took it literally.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, that is mine. I will be taking it everywhere with me."
Right.
Lord,
that's crazy to me. That's one of the couples that got you everything. They must do everything. That's just ridiculous. Maybe everything together.
It's draining.
Yeah, it gave very that energy. I was just like, this is some fucking weird ass shit going on here. I'm not into it, but thanks for your money.
Right. Yeah, I do what y'all got to do. I'm going to go ahead and cash this check.
Okay, and y'all can get the fuck out and never come back.
Right? I don't know. That's
pretty awkward for sure.
Nah, that's hella awkward.
But I'm so lucky that honestly, I don't have a lot of like crazy moments. I feel like my vibe attracts my tribe, So in the very beginning, like I said, when I was doing those Groupon specials, it was kind of like I would take any and everyone because I needed people to come in. And then it kind of just like filters out naturally. Like your people keep coming back and the people that, don't vibe with you will naturally fall off. So luckily for me, I feel like that happened pretty quickly.
Yo, that's excellent. Also, this reminds me, I hear the footsteps in the back. Jenna is a dog mom, and I really want to hear about your dogs because I have seen one. I don't remember seeing the second one. I only met one.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I only have 2 pups currently. I was a dog mom of 3, but last August I had to say goodbye to my big baby bear remix. He was about to
No.
be he was about to be 13 years old. He was a German Shepherd Akita mix. I had adopted him from the Denton Animal Shelter when I was 17. And he had to be put down over my 30th birthday weekend, which was just absolutely heartbreaking for me. So my 2 little ones that are left, I have Encore and Echo. Encore, they're both the same size, which is hilarious. But
some dope ass names.
okay, Remix Encore Echo. Wooka wooka. Yeah. It's always music themed. Encore, I call him he looks like a little Pokemon. He's a mix between a weenie dog and a Papillon. So he has those fluffy butterfly ears and a really fluffy tail, but he's got that long hot dog body, and he's got short little legs, but he's got a long coat. He's auburn colored, so I call him my little fox. He's
That
like a
makes
little
sense.
a little Eevee. He's so precious, and he will
Where's
be
my
8.
Pokeball?
He'll be 8. Yeah, he'll be 8 years old in May, and then Echo is a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix, and he is all white, and he'll be 14 in May. So I've got all senior pups now, but it's a boys club over here.
Nice.
Yeah, but RIP Remix, he was just the best. He hated everybody except for his mom.
Remix was a great Remix. I was just about to say Remix was a great
Sounds
dog.
like a good dog to me.
Jenna.
No, he was a mean motherfucker to everybody that wasn't mean. He was he's a great guard dog, great everything.
I think I got to pay a Remix twice, and at one point I would see Jenna probably every 2 weeks. Pet the dog twice.
Yep, he had that scary ass bark and bite to him. So
nah, I seen that dog eat. Yeah, you don't step between him and food. Fuck that.
Nope, not at all. But man, I miss him like crazy.
Yeah, especially having a dog for that long. Hell yeah, I would too.
Yeah. I mean, I did my entire adult life with him, so it's definitely just having just the presence of just 100-pound dog there one day and gone the next it's been rough. No pun intended. Okay, yeah.
I was gonna be mature and let it go by. She was like, no pun intended. Fuck.
Nah, you gotta laugh at. You gotta laugh when you can, but man, sometimes it really just hits. I have his, not to bring the mood down, but I've got his ashes in a little box with his name on it, and sometimes I'll be home and it just kind of hits me he's not here, so I'll kind of just sit down on the floor and hold his box and just sob uncontrollably until it passes, and then I just put him back on his mantle and tell him I miss him. Until next time,
That's beautiful. And for someone to be such a huge advocate of, mental, physical, and emotional health, like Landon is, that's a great thing to contribute to the show, because he is big on that. He brings it up every episode.
Sure.
No lie, he does.
For sure.
Don't worry, you're not bringing the mood down. You're humanizing all of us.
It really is. It's I don't know. It's hard when people are like, "Oh, you'll get over it." It's just I don't know. I mean, I'm such a just dog mom. I can't have every waking moment of my life I've had a dog, so it's just they are my children.
Right.
I tell people all the time about grief, even though both my grandmother's been gone or whatever, I don't care what anybody say. You never get over grief. It's always that 1% that's always going to be there. every single time that you think you're okay, some memory or some moment, shoot, it could even be just a picture,
Yeah.
and that's all you really need.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, hell, I was doing laundry the other day, and it just hit out of nowhere, just uncontrollable sobbing. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna let this happen. I'm gonna let all my sadness out, and then I'm gonna keep it moving.
and that's
I'm
what we
glad
have
that
to
you,
do.
yeah. I'm glad you actually let your feelings flow too, instead of like boxing them up
Mm-hmm.
and being like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and ignore it for now, because that makes things so much worse.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm always somebody that's like, go ahead and feel your feelings. I mean, I've never been, I don't think I've ever really ever been one to hold anything back. Like, it is what it is. I'm sure it's so much different for you guys as men, growing up, and I'm
Mhm.
sure like having to play that tough guy role and boys don't cry and everything. So I can't even imagine how it is to go through grief, like you said, or any of those hard things, and kind of be able to open up to people that maybe aren't your family or aren't somebody that's close to you, and kind of figure out how to navigate those things through life. I feel like it
Yeah,
may be easier for women, but I can't even imagine, what it's like for all of y'all.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's
It
definitely
is a
something you have to
constant journey.
unlearn. You have to unlearn that,
Yeah.
because growing up or whatever, especially with my dad being in the military and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
very strict and no crying and all this and all that or whatever. But as we've gotten older, and I feel like just especially in the black community, we have neglected our emotions for so long and taught ourselves, oh, we're men, so therefore, nothing affects us and stuff like that, and that's why a lot of us be dying so early because of all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff that we be holding in. And I'm just like, at at this point, what's the point of just holding it all in? Whether if
Mm-hmm.
you need therapy or if you just need that one particular person that's always in your corner to talk to, hey, I always tell people, just do whatever you need to do to get some,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, you
know.
can.
Yeah.
You only need to be happy whenever you're getting married or having kids. You can only be sad when your mom or your spouse dies. Everything else, you should be right in the middle. Or hyper violence. Yay! You can be angry and
Yeah,
shit. Like
that's
we don't,
that's
we
just
don't even,
wild.
yeah, and
Uh,
I think to me that's the craziest part is like people be all right with somebody spazzing the fuck out before they allow them to just be sad. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
talked to my dad. I actually talked to my dad today, but I talked to him say like 3 weeks ago, and my dad was like, "Son, I'm not feeling too good." And I was just like, "All right, well, tell me what's going on." And he told me, and I'm not gonna lie, me and my dad has been on and off getting on my goddamn nerves, but I always like give him a space to where he can just be himself. And he was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to say I'm depressed, but I'm not feeling good. I feel low. And I was like, Dad, you can. He was like, I don't want to say I'm depressed because I don't want to claim that. And I was just like, what in the entire fuck? I was like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I was like, this isn't like a football. You don't just catch it and then you have it. Like, bro, you depressed. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like we can talk our way through it. You can be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Please be sad. That way I can
Mm-hmm.
actually be here for you and like help you navigate it.
Yeah. And I mean, even just the fact that he can tell you that he's sad is, I feel like, probably even a huge step for some people.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. I've got, yeah, no, a super, this feels very surreal to hear about this because I know I have a dog as well. It's like a little, I've had a dog before and I have a dog now with my fiance. It's a little Malamute, but
Ugh,
they're so adorable. She doesn't listen
yes.
to shit though.
Yeah, I was about to say sassy as fuck. Uh-huh.
Doesn't listen
Selective
to
hearing.
does not listen at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking about because we had to get her heartworms and get her some pills, heartworm pills and stuff because mosquitoes are coming back. And
Mm-hmm.
I had read online, my friend, she has a cat. I have a few friends with animals. Some of them have been getting pet insurance. And I was like, I don't have too many animals. I don't have to get it for one. It's a little expensive if you have multiple. I'm like, maybe I could swing it. And I was like, let me ask my dad and my brother-in-law what they think about this. And these are like two pretty macho men. And man, you talk about, they're like, pet insurance, that's just a dog, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yep. This is what I expect from guys. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to have any feelings about anything except, I think what was said earlier, your mom or your grandmother. That's it. That is it.
That's wild. It's so wild
Yeah.
to me. And I
Yeah,
feel like
dude.
that's why a lot of people turn to, substance abuse too, because they don't know how to, deal with any kind of emotions if they grow up and, that's kind of all their family pushes on them, is like, you can only be happy or sad in these particular moments, but it's okay. Like when you start feeling other things and you don't know, I don't know, like how do you talk to people about them or how to deal with them correctly. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to go to these other avenues and see what happens there. And then, it's kind of just like a roller coaster from then on, or a snowball into a bunch of bad decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can pretty much speak from personal experience that I was definitely heavy into a lot of substance abuse for many years, but I can happily say I'm coming up on 4 months sober. And
Let's go.
All right. That's what's up.
okay, yep, from alcohol and the dreaded white powder. So,
Shout out
I
to
mean,
Push.
it's definitely. I don't know. I think a lot of substance abuse issues go like hand in hand with like emotional regulation as well, which I feel like is just a whole nother can of worms, that I could just go on and on about. But I don't know. I feel like it's such a huge correlation to, and I feel like, so many people struggle with alcoholism and also just have trouble just talking about their emotions to people. They would rather just hit the bottle about it,
Yeah.
A lot of people
Yeah.
be in denial about it for so long, and by the time they realize it, it's too late. Because
Mm-hmm.
I lost one of my uncles to that. Like he just basically drunk himself to death, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And like whenever people be like, "Oh, why you don't drink and why you don't do this?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm not saying that you can't. I mean, you do whatever the
Yeah.
hell you want or whatever." But I've seen it too many times in my family
Yep.
when it comes to alcohol that I've always been turned against it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I come from a line of alcoholics, and one of my uncles passed some years ago from he had an issue with meth and ended up leaving this world via suicide from a pretty brutal gunshot wound to the face. So that was kind of, it was, I mean, crazy, but you would think maybe that would have, I don't know, helped me a little bit, but no, I just kept going and going and going and going and then going until I really think, honestly, I feel like going to esthetician school and opening my business like saved my life, because I wanted to help others so much and have this avenue that I knew if I kept going down the path of drinking or doing cocaine, I wasn't going to be able to be the best provider that I could for others. And that was more important to me than anything. So I told myself, I was like, I just need to cut back. So when I was in school, I was going to school full time and I was also working a full-time job, and I didn't have time to be going out and drinking every night. It was kind of just like a natural like weaning off, I guess, of societal things, and just stopped going out. And I've only been a social partier. I'm never one to have like booze at home, drugs at home. It's just not my gig. I have no issues with people that do, but that wasn't my story. Yeah. That wasn't my story. So I just I had to get myself into a place where I was just okay to be by myself with my own thoughts, sober, and learn how to love myself and be okay with myself. And it's just kind of been a slow burn. And over time, I was just like, you know what? Like, I mean, I was maybe going out once a month for a while. And it was just like, I remember coming home one Sunday and I was just being like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, even if it's just one time a month, like, I feel like shit for 4 days afterwards. I've wasted money. I've wasted time. You're not missing anything going to the bar. It's the same sad shit. It's the same regulars. There's nothing good is happening, you know? And I just decided that my business was more important. And here we are.
I can easily say I am quite proud of you.
Yeah, if y'all would have known me like LQ did back in college to knowing me now, you'd be like, that's the same fucking person. That's crazy. She goes to bed at 9 p.m. Woo!
Nah, for real,
that's
that
wild.
Shit I used to leave
9
Crystal's
p.m.
house.
is crazy.
No, bro, we used to leave Crystal's house at 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, like we would leave Crystal's house. Jenna would go home, and Jenna would be up like 6. And
and I would go to work.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. She would go to work too. I wouldn't. I wasn't doing shit. But
I couldn't even dream of doing that now. I'm like, I need at least 9 hours of sleep.
God damn, you don't have no appointments tomorrow morning, do you?
Oh, I do. I told you I stayed up for this.
Hey, I appreciate it, but goddamn. I mean, granted, me and Claude stay up late, but we go to work at like 9 a.m. So it's kind of well, I don't know when the fuck Claude go to work.
I'm a remote work heathen. So
you never going back in the office. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I may have to one day, but yeah, for right now, I'm with you, bro. Fuck that shit.
Fuck the office. Fuck your building.
Ride that out while you can.
Nah, for real.
I wish a lot more people work from home though, so that if I did have to go back to the office, there'd be less traffic. Not gonna lie.
Oh my god, yes. But hey, you know our education system is failing, so a lot of kids won't be driving to school anytime soon.
Damn, too real.
Not wrong.
I need y'all to stop going to college. Start picking up some evening jobs.
Yeah, pick up a trade. Go to trade school. We need more electricians. Come on. We don't need any more TikTokers.
Hey, everybody should be trying to be NPCs and shit on TikTok.
Now
don't worry, that's getting banned.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be out of here soon enough. I was about to say, Jenna, say that exact same sentence and then put podcast at the end, and I have heard that about 8 times in the last month.
Oh my
We don't need no more motherfuckers with a podcast. We need electricians. I'm like, first of all, I work in digital marketing and I do both.
Yeah, so suck it.
Yeah, so kiss my black ass.
Okay.
I'm trying to limit people to just one category.
But for real, I think, but they were really talking about like relationship podcasts, and you know, like
I know.
For those that don't know, today in the internet is usually like segments where I just pick out something I want to talk about, and I usually go on my little rants or whatever. I've only done 2 on relationships, and it's literally just bad podcast advice about relationships. It's never me telling anybody what they should do. Like y'all, other than like don't lie. I give very basic advice, but that shit there, oh my god, it's endless. It's literally endless. Like I could talk about it for years, but it just never goes away.
War of the sexes is in like full swing online.
I'll see like a video for 2 seconds, and then after that, click off. Kind of know exactly what they about to say.
But I also don't want those people being No, for real. I also don't want them people being electricians. So they don't need to pick up a trade. They need to just sit their ass down in a padded room or something. I don't know what the fuck they should do, but they shouldn't be doing either one.
Come with me on my day as an electrician.
For real. Damn, we can barely even do abortion stuff now. Oh yeah.
That's I'm about to say that's halfway banned.
Yeah, that's shit. That shit is a row and weight out this motherfucker. But the thing I forgot to do, we kind of already dove into her spiel about what she does, but I didn't even get to, like formally introduce, like, it was formerly Jenna Leigh, was it Jenna Leigh Skincare?
It was Jenna Leigh Skin.
Yeah, Jenna Leigh Skin, and now it is a dope ass name that I love. You get to tell us about it because I don't want to take your shine.
Yeah, so I have rebranded to Beyond the Binary. Ding ding, sparkle, sparkle. Yeah.
That is a nice name.
Oh, BTB.
Yeah, okay, you get it.
Oh, whoa. Did not expect that.
It was supposed to be Super Mario, but those next.
We're super right there, dude.
But yeah, I
don't think I played that Super Mario.
Did you rebrand the website yet, by the way?
So my website is fully rebranded. It's still, you can find all my stuff at jennaleeskin.com. Leigh is spelled the fucking super complicated way because my parents wanted me to be different, I guess. So it's JENNALEIGH skin.com. I just haven't I haven't gotten around to buying other domains so that it can just like switch over, but it is what it is for now. But yeah, Beyond the Binary is the new and improved version. The old name was just kind of like kind of just like a placeholder until I felt like something would pop up and stand out to me. And I don't know, I was just laying on my couch one day and I was like, holy shit, this is the name. It came to me.
And I love the reception for it too. Like when you first did the rebrand. I mean, also, I'm still looking at when you be fucking up them bikes. I really thought that was gonna be your most memorable moment.
You know, I need to re-upload those on the TikTok or something because more people need to be shown the magic of what I used to wreak havoc on in Deep Ellum. Because mama, I was drunk and a fucking menace to society.
That was like your viral moment too. Like that actually got some reach.
Yeah, and it should be reaching more people because I am a funny bitch. And
absolutely.
I mean, when those come up on my memories, I reshare them and it's like no one sees them anymore, which makes me so sad. But yeah, it's me. If y'all remember so we still have like the Lime scooters, but this was back when it was just the Lime bikes. We didn't even have the scooters yet. And this may have been 6 or 7 years ago. It had to have been. And they would line them up on the corners of the streets in Deep Ellum, and I would be wasted and just go up and push them all over like a fallen rack of dominoes. And I didn't even care if people were around. I would make my friend Amanda film it. I'd be like, here's my phone, girl. Watch me do this. And I would just go and kick all these fucking bikes over. Oh my God, it was so funny, but damn.
And I was 100% confused every fucking time I saw it. Because I was just like, what the fuck them bikes do to her?
Yeah. I think it's because, fun fact, I can't ride a bike. So I think it's just kind of some... I'm like, fuck you and both of your wheels, you know?
It's like this is like Superman kicking rocks and kryptonite.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. I don't need to balance on this metal. Fuck you. I got my legs, all right? Cars are faster. Fuck you, bikes.
Yeah, I just went biking a day, dude.
Well, we know who won't be getting in contact with Jenna after this episode.
That bitch said she didn't like bikes.
I am a fucking bike. Can you stand that bitch?
Yo.
So any big moves that have happened since, I would say not even since the rebrand, but like what are the biggest moments that have happened since you started owning the business?
Oh man, honestly, some of the biggest moments have been recently, kind of in line with the rebrand, which has been crazy. So I actually have partnered with a business out here in Dallas called Best Drag Shows. So it's a collective of two drag entertainers that own the business. One is a trans woman, one is a gay male. They're both drag entertainers, but they own this company and they put on drag shows across DFW. So I am a sponsor for them. So I get to go to these shows, meet my queer people, and just kind of get to network and be in my community and be with the people that really inspire me and keep my creativity flowing. And It's been a blast. There's actually a show tomorrow night at Hamburger Mary's called Spectra that I will be at. So with them, so that'll be really exciting.
Nice.
And then I just got back from Atlanta a few days ago. I was there for 5 days for something called the Skin Games, which is kind of like, I would say it's like the Olympics of the skincare world. So it's a mixture of competitions for different categories. So there are skin categories, there are makeup categories, brow lamination, waxing, a lot of hands-on things. They even added a massage category in this year. Yeah, so the biggest prize that they give away is for esthetician of the year. They take home $10K. Waxer of the year gets 5. I think the sugar artist of the year got 3. But there's a ton of different categories, so people from all over the globe compete. But it's also cool because it's like a giant network event, so it's kind of a mix of that. They have advanced education days. They also kind of have like a trade show floor, so brands come and you're able to shop their products and get to network, and it's just a really fucking amazing event. This was my first huge event that I had ever done like that. This is the 8th year of the Skin Games, and this was my first year competing and going, and I made some really awesome connections, and it just really re-energized my love for what I do, because I feel like a lot of people think that the beauty space can be catty, or I don't know, like there's mean girl energy, but everyone that was there was they just wanted to see everyone else win. It's like I got to see so many of my friends win awards, and it was like we were all basking in the glory. It's just a wonderful connection of people coming together, you know, from all levels of the esthetician world. People that have been doing this for 6 months, people that have been doing this for 30 plus years. It was just an amazing, amazing experience. And I actually introduced myself to a lot of brand owners that I already work with in my treatment room. And nothing is signed yet, but I might be able to work with one of them at the Vegas trade show coming up in June. Yeah, so that would be really rad. There's these esthetician conventions that happen every year, and they kind of hit all the big cities. They do New York, they do Dallas, which is actually happening on Sunday. They do Vegas, and I think there's a couple other large cities that they hit, but Vegas is kind of like the biggest one that everybody goes to. I've never been to the Vegas one. I've only done the Dallas trade show. And if I was invited to work from a brand that I already work with and love, that would be just the cherry on top. But I feel like those two things, partnering with Best Drag Shows and getting to compete in the Skin Games, you know, over these last couple months, it's been a whirlwind for sure. I've just gotten to meet a lot of great people, get my name out there, and I'm excited to meet more people to help here in Dallas. I feel like the LGBTQ space is small but mighty, and I feel like there aren't a lot of service providers that do what I do, and if they do, they aren't loud and proud about it like I feel they should be. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm excited to keep sponsoring these drag events and being an active member in my community, letting people know there's a safe space to get intimate services done and have somebody who can be their cheerleader, guide them into a journey of clear skin if they have acne, if they have unwanted scarring that they want to get rid of. That could be from surgery. It could even be from self-harm scars. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to make my clients feel like the best version of themselves, whatever that may be.
That's incredible.
And that no judgment part is the most important thing because that's what everybody wants to do these days. So,
yeah. It's just there really is I feel like there's just a very big gap in queer care, especially here in Texas. So I just want to make it known that providers are out here. It's not just me, but obviously I would like it if they came to me. But like a lot of what I do and what I stand for, a lot of those providers are out in places like LA, New York. There aren't a lot of Texas providers, and I'm the only esthetician in Texas that provides scar revision therapy to trans clients in the products that I use and the modalities that I use. So some people think that they have to go to a dermatologist or to a plastic surgeon to get help with those things, and that's just not true. You can come see me, and I got you, boo.
Was that Women's History during Women's History Month in Dallas?
Okay, who knew?
Who knew? Holy shit!
Who knew? Dropping bombs, baby.
That's crazy.
Also, now I get to, I guess, like be slightly nosy, but not really. But also, slight pat on the back for ourselves as a group of podcast hosts. The reason why I had asked that question is because I already knew about the skin games, and I wanted to make sure that she brought it up and patted herself on the back because she does not give herself enough credit. I knew. I looked at the pictures and everything. I was like, "Damn, she didn't bring it up yet." But anyway, enough of the
plot twist.
Exactly. So we're good at our job over here at the Shona Speakeasy, except
yeah,
for being
you
on
killed
time
it
because I fucked that up. But as a person that's working with the LBGTQ IQA plus community, yeah, I know all the letters.
Yeah, the alphabet mafia, you can do it.
What leaned you, or what made you feel that you could be a great service to the community?
I honestly, by just being myself, like I don't know, even like I stated before, kind of going to spaces previously before I was in esthetician school to get services, like I didn't feel comfortable being myself, and I knew if I felt uncomfortable, there must be so many others out there that also feel that way. And even starting school, just seeing the blatant, I don't know, gender divide between service menus at places made me feel really uncomfortable. It's very common practice to see corporations or even solo practitioners offer gendered services. Like you'd see a bunch of facial options, right? And then at the bottom, you'll see men's facial. Or if you're looking at body waxing and you'll see Brazilian wax, say they're offering it for $50, but then you see a manzillion and they're offering it for $90. And something about that just never sat right within me. And when I was in school, I added myself to every single esthetician Facebook group I could find. I was nothing but a sponge, seeing how other people ran their businesses. Kind of, I don't know, I guess the divide of like why you want to gender services, why you want to charge more prices for waxing penises than waxing vaginas. Like it was just all of this back and forth. And to me, it was just utter nonsense and noise. I was like, it shouldn't have to be this complicated. Like it shouldn't matter what you identify as or what sexual parts are between your legs. Like if I'm trained correctly, I know how to wax skin. I know how to wax genitals. It does not take me any more wax to wax penis and a scrotum than it does to wax maybe a larger woman's labia. You know, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Something about the gendered services just always didn't sit right with me. And I was like, you know what? I don't see anyone around me offer a space where it's possible to get just a Brazilian. It shouldn't have to be a manzillion, or I have to pay more because I have to pay double the price because I have a penis. That just doesn't, I don't know. It something just got the cogs turning in my brain, and I was like, you know what? This is fucked up. Something about this is really fucked up. And if you know how to treat skin, if you know ingredients and you know what you're looking at, and you know and you know facial muscles, putting products on someone that identifies as a male or someone that identifies as female or doesn't identify as either, there shouldn't be a price difference in that either. You shouldn't have to have gendered services. So I just wanted to make a space where people can just book with service at a flat rate for whatever that is and come in and know that I'm not going to judge them based on what they identify as. And having so many, I mean, I myself fall under the queer umbrella. I'm a bisexual woman, but I have so many other friends who are gay, trans, lesbian, non-binary, and listening to their struggles over the years, I just wanted to put together a place where they would feel at ease. Like I said, it's of utmost importance that I create a space where it feels like they're just at a friend's house. They can come in and know that I don't care what they want to be known as, what they want to be called. It does not affect me in any way. I want them to feel like they are the main character in their story and in my story. So that's kind of how all of that blossomed, really.
I love it. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I also had no idea that you were actually in the LGBT community.
I sure am.
The last few people I see you date all look like they could be in John Wick movies. So.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Well, I have been with my partner for almost 5 years now. He is a Hispanic male, but
he's cool,
yes, yeah, he's
I
great.
think I haven't met. I didn't meet him. I met the other guy. I met the guy before him who definitely looked like a John Wick stunt double. So
Eric.
Yeah, just shorter. Just shorter as John Wick stunt double.
Yes.
But yeah, you will surround yourself with good people. So I'm sure he's a great dude. I know it for sure.
Very much is. And he's got a great mom. So, you know.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I gotta remember. My family may actually listen to the podcast. we can curse as much as we want. I gotta skip that last line. But you know, oh man, Kenzo's waking up. It's okay. Oh damn, no, he went back to sleep. Sweet. Yeah. Good old parent life with the monitor is
Lord.
Is always interesting.
No, I can't even imagine.
I'm still surprised every day that I have a child.
Me too.
It's not even like the actual baby making part that makes me surprised. It's just like, damn, he actually came out.
Yeah, that's a little you.
Like me. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it really does look like.
He's as funny as his mom, but you know, I'm the funny one, so that makes him a little less funny. But it's all good. He's a great kid. But yeah, did y'all have y'all got anything else for Jenna? Or beyond the binary in general? Might ask the whole company a question. Y'all been audited recently?
Yeah. I get the IRS in here, bro. Hold on now.
I pay my taxes.
Yeah, I'm about to say, when it comes to IRS, man, I ain't playing with them.
Nah, for real. F that.
No, I don't fuck around. I do not fuck around.
I just got my taxes done yesterday. I'm waiting on my estimate, actually. I can't wait. Because now that I have a brand and work independently for streaming, I have wasted money and I can get it back. Let's go.
Yep.
Yep.
Keep track of everything.
Everything. Like literally, the only things I couldn't write off is like one of the games I played was a gift. I was like, oh man, I want to write that off too.
Nope.
But like
Suck that one up.
Yeah, even like when I have like game controllers, I literally hold them up in stream just for that reason. I'm like, if they ever just like, we need to check these things. Don't worry about it, buddy. I got you.
Yeah, I got this covered.
Yeah, I've used every single one of these goddamn things.
Okay.
Yeah, do you I would say my last question before we wrap everything up. What is a word of advice that you would give to, honestly, everyone that is a part of what makes you you, the community that you work with, you being a business owner, and shoot, even as a dog mom, like what words of encouragement or advice do you have to give to those people who are aspiring to be more like you or are currently working and living the life that you live?
I would say don't be like me. Be like yourself. Do what your heart feels like it's pulled towards. Do your taxes. Pay your employees well if you have them. But just stay in your lane, you know? Always stay educated. Never grow stagnant. That's probably my biggest piece of advice. Never think that you're better than anyone or that you know it all, because you're not and you don't. And you never want to be the smartest person in the room.
Awesome. About that.
Yeah, no.
You can learn from everybody and always be nice to everyone that you meet. Unless they're an asshole first, then, do what you will.
They say some racist, homophobic shit. Go ahead. Let them have it.
Yeah, then they're going to get curb stomped. But
exactly.
Yeah, always be kind. Always be yourself. Be so unapologetically yourself that people that don't fuck with you are turned off.
I like that. I fuck with that.
Because your people will find you and they'll stay,
Yeah. Claude, Lenny, I got any words of encouragement for Jenna or anything y'all want to say?
I would just say keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, you're going into what is considered an untapped market, especially in Texas. And, just for your voice to continue to grow. So that way, people in the community will feel more comfortable, getting your services. Because I know it's a lot of people out there that may want to, have like a makeover or whatever, but may be too afraid. But like I said earlier, the fact that you had this no judgment zone and you come off as someone who doesn't judge you no matter what you've been through, I feel like that's very important. Because, like I said, the way that society is now, they'll judge you from your past, your present. They don't even know what potentially could be part of your future, but they'll judge you about that as well. So I just say keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, I know you said about the 3-year period or whatever, but since you're growing still, I believe that you're going to continue to grow. 5-10 years down the road, before we know it, you're going to have your face all over billboards downtown Dallas or wherever you want to go. So I would just say keep your head up and keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
Gee, man. I know, man. I'm just trying to let my girl get some sleep. It's at 9 hours, but no.
That is fair too.
Yeah, no. I mean, Landon Elk, you pretty much got on the head. I'm super excited. I did check out the website, by the way. Love the website.
Thank you. Did it myself, baby.
Oh, hell yeah. Great work.
Yeah, that's a big flex, for real.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, keep on pushing. That's pretty awesome. It's also nice to hear just someone really out there doing something that they're passionate about and that they really care about what they do. And actually, succeeding and working out. And that's pretty awesome.
Thank you so much.
And as for my final words, I would like to reinstate our former marriage from when we were in college. Since you're a successful business owner now,
yep.
I would like to come back. Daddy's home. But for real though, I am Very, very proud of you. I always keep tabs with people even when I don't talk to them. And sometimes it's because I don't want to come off of like weird from not hearing from people for a long time, or people not hearing from me. But I have watched your journey fairly closely. I am proud of you. I am very happy to see where you are in life and happy to know that you're happy. I'm also happy to know that you kept connections with most of the people that we kept connections with. I see that die off a lot. Like I saw you do a wax for Amanda, and I was like, "Damn, she looking great."
Yeah,
but
we hang out all the time. You know, that's bestie.
I love it. I'm so glad that y'all still have that too. Because I mean, same thing with me and Landon met same time period, so it's a blessing to have those type of connections. I do feel bad about Remix, and I actually that made me kind of sad. But I'm very happy that you're working through all the things that you've had to overcome. I am proud of your sobriety and your business and your love life, because that's important too.
Thank you.
Yeah, even though you betrayed me, but
but you got married before she did. So what are you talking about betraying?
Because I had to move on somehow.
Yeah.
Don't pick up my calls. What the fuck else am I supposed to do?
You said you bring those glitter cheeks around me and then you take them away.
Yeah, exactly. You leave me with glitter and that's the only gift I get. But outside that, I will say you have been literally the best guest that we have ever had on here. We actually had a millionaire, air quotes, but Ray Allen, he spoke about business and what success meant to him, and it was pretty cool because we completely disagreed. And
I love that.
Yeah, he was like, continuous growth, make more, do more, and I was like, no, like I was like getting to a point where I can afford all the things I want, have things for my family. Like my success is defined by me, not what the world will see and not the worldly possessions. And seeing that, like you even said yourself, your success is not defined that way. It's by helping people. Yeah. And that gives me faith in a little bit of faith in at least Texas.
Yeah, right. Well, it's kind of like, you know, where you invest your love and your energy, like that's where you invest your life. So I kind of always live by that too.
Look,
it's not money.
I got to bait the best quote of the night out of you. It's awesome. But yeah, anybody you want to shout out, say hello to before we close this thing out? Pretty much, I've already said it millions of times. I'm very proud of you. Definitely will be. I'll keep better tabs with you. I promise. I know I've been doing a terrible job, but I have been hyping this episode up with some people that you know, and they don't know that it's you. So when I tell them that it's you, it's going to be very funny.
I can't
Crystal,
wait.
this was the guest.
Oh, yay.
Look who it is, Crystal. But yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, anybody you want to say hello to or anything, the floor is yours.
Oh, man. I mean, any of the Denton homies, really. Crystal, of course, miss her, love her every single day. Jeremy, oh my Lord, Carolina, miss her. I mean, Amanda, I see all the time. My bestie for life. We were literally just texting this morning. I love her. Damn.
Shout out Brandon, even though he don't talk to me no more. But
damn.
When me and Brandon lived together, it was
damn.
Like, remember I used to live with your brother? Yeah, he don't really talk to me no more.
Yeah. He said, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Nah. I mean, I'm not accepting an award or anything here, so you know. I miss all the.
It's a historic first. You're the first. You're literally the first female guest that we've had, and I've been. And it's not like I haven't been trying, but also I made your episode a priority because I brought it up. I think I brought it up like 3-4 months ago, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna make that happen. And then being a parent, I was just like, oh yeah. We ain't making shit happen. Yeah, we ain't making shit happen. But this time, I finally got a date down, and I'm glad you were available. I really am.
Yeah, and now I'm just gonna have to come back when I get good video.
Yo, yes. Video's gonna be ridiculous. You thought the lightning round was fun? We about to do some stupid shit when we get video.
Into that.
Yes. But yeah, for the rest of the crowd that is out there, thank you so much for giving us your time. We have recorded for about 2 hours. That is incredible. It's so easy when you're talking to good people. Jenna, once again, we thank you for being on the show with us. Do not forget that this is the owner and the amazing esthetician of Beyond the Binary. The website is JENNALEIGH. I spelled that right?
Yep.
Let's go. Skin.com. Make sure to
ETP.
go and show her some love and support. You can also add Miss Capitan on Facebook. Don't be weird. Do not.
Yes, please.
I say that.
Please
I say this with all the love in my heart. Tread lightly, because if I see anybody from this podcast go up there and be like trying to send dick pics, we fighting. One, because she was already married once, and two, because the guy she is with they are a very happy couple. So leave them alone.
Can always find me on the IG at Jenna Leigh Skin, spelled the same way. Can keep up with my ventures there, my business ventures. I kind of use that page more than my personal one now, so it's really the best way to keep up with me and all the fun things I've got going on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll definitely do that as well. And also, be on the lookout for this episode if you want to listen to it in parts or whatever. We're on every platform. This will be on Spotify. This will be on YouTube. This will also be on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts as well, and Amazon Podcasts. We are everywhere, and we would love for you to continue to rock with us as we continue to rock with the people that care for us and want to be a part of the show. So, Jenna, thank you again. And on behalf of the rest of Shonen Speak Easy, we out.